All right. One of my favorite subjects that I'm known for on the show.
All right.
What would that be to you?
Racism?
Well,
Confederate flag?
how about Neeley was right. You probably have AIDS.
Oh, yeah.
HIV horror.
All right.
My husband gave me AIDS.
Oops.
But I forgave him as his gay affairs were partly my fault.
She should be executed. If she's that stupid, she should be executed.
Right.
I mean, come on. All right. What was this fine white woman's name?
Barbara Ames.
Is she like a white woman?
Yeah.
Barbara Ames?
Aimes.
All right.
Barbara Ames, 59, of Boulder, Colorado, learned her husband, John Ames, 55, had been visiting gay saunas throughout their marriage.
Oh, my God.
And had contracted AIDS from an unknown man.
Holy smokes. What does that do to your self-esteem if you're that woman? My pussy's so bad I chased him to dick.
You know, she could have been a beard, and he probably, they may have had a good personal relationship.
Or
and he may have made a good living, and she was enjoying the fruits of his labors.
You think so?
Well, again, I don't know what the motivation of people are.
But she didn't know he was
she said that she was aware of it.
So she knew he was out chasing man ass.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, so this is more like a business deal, okay.
Yeah, a woman has revealed how she forgave her husband for infecting her with HIV contracted after he visited gay saunas throughout their marriage.
Yeah.
Barbara Ames thought that the pesky cold she came down with in the winter of 2011 would blow over. But as a new year dawned, and now 59 years old, Boulder, Colorado, USA felt worse and worse, eventually nearly dying.
She does not need a Judge Aiken sentencing here. I think God pretty much issued her a sentence. I don't think I really need to step in here.
Right. Well, she's a white woman.
Yeah, there she is.
And her significant other is a man of color.
Yeah.
So he was a brother keeping it on the down low.
I guess so. Yeah. No, I don't think I need to render a verdict here to you. I think the verdict's been pretty well taken care of.
Sure.
She's going to die.
Right. She subsequently learned her husband, John Ames, 55, had been visiting gay saunas throughout their marriage, and he contracted the illness from the unknown man.
What do you do in a sauna? Suck a guy's dick?
Well, they go. It goes back to the mostly San Francisco was really huge for the gay bathhouses and stuff.
Yeah, that was that Milk guy, right? He was like
Harvey Milk.
Yeah, he was about that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, what do you do in a sauna? Like and maybe it's a different environment than what I'm thinking of. But, I'm thinking in a sauna, it's usually this room made out of wood with some...
Yeah, but you're putting it in a very practical sense.
I'm trying to figure out how it works.
Well, basically it's a hookup place.
So it's not a sauna. It's just called a sauna?
It's probably a sauna.
So how do you...
But when you go into a sauna, you're just wearing a towel, typically. Yeah. So it's a bunch of naked dudes who are gay, and they go in there and bang each other.
But how do you stop somebody else from walking in? That's just trying to get a steam.
It's probably a well-known gay hangout. Mm-hmm. So probably only gay guys go there.
Sock on the door.
It's probably a big communal orgy type thing.
Right.
They're probably just all in there sucking dick and banging that out.
First of all, even with a chick, would you really want to get blown in a fucking sauna?
Well, gay guys have a tendency to just bang anything.
Yeah, but in a sauna.
Well, again, I think you're concentrating too much on the sauna aspect.
I am, because that's uncomfortable.
I'm just saying that it's just the place where they meet. I mean, there might be a sauna and it might be a gay bathhouse and it might be whatever, but it's more or less a hookup joint.
Blow your load, it hits those little rocks and it steams up.
Well, again, you're concentrating on the practical aspect of what a sauna is.
Here comes some salty steam for you.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yuck.
Yep.
Everything about that just, I cannot for the life. Okay, we're talking about these hookup bathhouses. In my life, I can't imagine that this is clean.
Oh, it's not clean.
It's got to be filthy.
Yeah, of course.
Ugh. Just awful.
Well, that again is why HIV runs rampant through the male gay community as well as the black community,
because it's dirty.
Because there's no selectiveness there at all. It's just like you're just getting your nut.
Right. It's like, here's some dick. Please just drain my balls. I don't care how.
Exactly.
Wow.
I mean, that's the reason why it runs rampant.
Yeah, probably true.
Because they're not using protection. It's just anything goes.
Jeez. I don't know, man. This is some gross shit.
Well, again, there's no discriminating taste there at all. It's just,
apparently not.
Let's
not talk about taste in this.
Here, just blow a load in my ass, will you?
Oh, God. Just a man ass. It's half wiped. It's sweaty. Just, he's leaving fucking shit trails on the wood.
They might like that.
I always found those rooms gross.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of old sweaty men. Their fucking big droopy balls hanging off the fucking bench. Ugh, just disgusting.
Yeah. It's not uncommon for straight men to go to a gay bathhouse.
What?
That's what it says. It's not uncommon.
Where's this, Fantasyland?
It must be, places like San Francisco, places like that. I don't know.
It's highly uncommon for straight men to go to bathhouses.
Yeah.
This is not the fucking, Roman Empire here.
Right.
Stop it.
Yeah. He loved the attention.
Yeah, I'll bet he did. The attention of when his dick stood to attention and got jerked off. Sucked off.
He was not getting anything from me, she admitted. She said they did have sex in this period, but it was perfunctory.
Perfunctory?
Yeah, PERFUNCTORY. Perfunctory. As a good-looking man, he wanted approval from elsewhere.
That would be carried out with a minimum of effort or reflection.
All right.
So he was just pumping her just every once in a while he needed a piece of ass.
Basically, yeah.
Ugh.
I want people to look at their own relationships and see how they are reacting to problems unconsciously, she continued.
Okay.
He said he would go to bathhouses and come back and feel icky and awful. Like an alcoholic. You go to get your happy on, but afterwards you get an awful hangover.
Ugh.
So it's the guilt. He goes over there and goes, man, I blew my nut. Oh, I did it in a guy's mouth, or
God,
know what I mean?
Yeah. So he goes home and is like, I got to cleanse the palate by fucking this broad.
Yeah.
Yikes.
No, he basically gets his balls drained by some dude.
That's a new term that I just invented.
Flu jerking.
But this is sounding to me like a most uncomfortable flu jerking of all time.
The flu jerking.
Yeah.
During a brutal encounter, which Barbara calls Truthgate, John confessed that he had been seeing other men, and his first illicit encounter was just 6 months after they wed.
Wow.
But remarkably, the couple were still together and happier than ever.
Wow.
Now, Barbara sees the entire situation as a gift and admitted she was partly responsible for what happened.
Wait a minute, as a gift?
That's what she said. She said, I don't take responsibility for what he did, but I do take responsibility for my part in the dysfunction of this relationship.
All right, fair.
She explained it was right about Thanksgiving I got this cold. I kept feeling more and more tired and felt dragging. I finally went to the doctor and he took me to the hospital because she said my white blood cell count was off the charts and I didn't know if it was low or high. At Boulder Community Hospital, medics ran tests, couldn't come up with anything, so she was discharged. But after her condition worsened, I was so tired, she explained. I went to bed. The next thing I know, I was throwing up everywhere.
Wow.
Wow.
And it wasn't just this guy's fucking disgusting semen that she was throwing up either.
At the same hospital where she had been initially treated, doctors realized her adrenal glands, which produced a variety of hormones, including adrenaline and cortisol, had failed.
Well,
further tests were run, and it emerged she was suffering from AIDS.
Jesus.
It meant she had contracted HIV at some point, which had subsequently developed into AIDS.
Don't read it out loud, but look what Phil Ooze just wrote.
All right.
Do not read that out loud. But what the hell, Phil? My God.
Jeez.
Only for the chat room, folks.
Right.
That one's not going to be translating into the podcast.
Right. It meant she had contracted HIV at some point, which had subsequently developed into AIDS, the name used to describe the number of potentially life-threatening infections and illnesses that happen when your immune system has been severely damaged by the HIV virus.
Wow.
While AIDS can't be transmitted from one person to another, the HIV virus can. So he gave her the AIDS.
Wow.
Shocked but surprisingly calm, Barbara, who married John in 1994, exactly 2 years after they met at 4th of July celebration in Boulder Creek, thought she had bought AIDS into their marriage.
Yeah. Brought.
But it says
wrong.
bought. Long before I married John in the 1980s, I was experimenting with drugs, she said.
Right.
I was a punk rock crazy person. I thought it was me. The doctors were saying it doesn't last that long in your system, but I still thought it.
Okay.
Her husband was tested, and he too was suffering from the illness. But sadly, despite them both suffering, for which they were treated with medications, they did not become closer.
Why is that sad? They should both just die and be done with it.
Right.
That's the happy ending to the story. They both die.
Barbara released from the hospital after a number of months, started working for John's car business, and they drifted apart. We were heading for divorce, she said. It was getting worse and worse and worse.
Well, thank God we got the AIDS so we could stay together.
Until in January of 2013, when she wrote in a letter of her true feelings, I told him I didn't feel connected to him, she said, and he responded and confessed that he had been doing. I've been outsourcing as well. That is how he said it.
Outsourcing?
He's been outsourcing.
Ugh.
But he was outsourcing sex.
Wow.
Apparently, men feel connected during the physical act of sex, and women feel connected during intimacy. At first, he didn't say it was through the gay community. I automatically assumed it was through women. My imagination was going wild.
Yeah.
Were they prostitutes? Did he have a girlfriend? Did he have multiple girlfriends? But the next day, he told me the sex he was having was sex with men.
What the fuck?
The AIDS wasn't spoken, but it was assumed.
All right.
Understandably, Barbara was shocked. I thought, what the hell? She said.
I'm thinking that now.
I hadn't even considered that. I was reeling. I thought I was an astronaut in space and someone had cut my cord. I was screaming and angry and hurt. But beneath the anger, she got a taste of the old John, the man she had married.
Unfortunately, it tasted like Bill, Steve, and Sal, too.
Unfortunately, it tasted like aid-riddled jizz.
Yeah, exactly. It tasted like something with a low T-cell count.
Right. She continued, he was raw. He was really him. There was no defenses, no blaming, no guilt. He was just him. He was beyond sorry. Can you imagine the courage it took for him to tell me that?
Oh, stop it. The courage.
Yeah.
What the fuck did he have to lose? He's going to die.
We were on the way to divorce. Most men would have just divorced. We were about to get divorced before Truthgate erupted.
Wow.
We were lawyering up. Okay. For the first time I saw this guy, he was the guy I married. He was so contrite. He was like the guy waking up from a horrible nightmare.
All right.
Heading to Mexico for a number of weeks upon her return, Barbara decided to stay with John. Okay. After intensive therapy, they are happy, with Barbara telling her story with John's permission. My purpose is going to the public with this story to help people move their circumstances and see it as a gift.
Gift.
We all have these circumstances. I see it as a gift. I've even coined the term for it. I call it supernova moment.
Supernova moment?
Yep.
I'm going to stay with my coin thing of,
the Billa coin thing.
Yeah. Stole my joke. You stole my joke.
Oh, I didn't know you were going there. When we shift the way that we look at things, we really come into our own power.
Right.
And that's it.
Good. Oh, is she dead?
No.
Not yet?
They're happily living with HIV, I guess.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So there you are.
Wow. That's just a mess.
It is a mess. God. So what kind of a normal straight guy goes to gay bathhouses?
None. That's a lie.
Yeah, so I don't get that.
There's only one answer to that. It's a lie.
Yeah, it's a lie. He's a
fag.
Well, yeah.
He's a fag that got caught up in faggy things and now has the fag disease.
Yeah, he had to marry a woman to, act normal.
Yeah, she bearded up for him, I guess.
Yeah.
But he got what he deserved. Sorry, but you live that fucking carefree. If you're going in bathhouses and not fucking double wrapping that shit, you should die.
Well, again, this goes back to the comments that I've made over time that you and I were brought up in the late 70s and the early 80s.
Right.
And AIDS was a big deal.
It was a big deal.
It's like, how did you miss that boat?
Yeah.
I mean, when I lived in California in the 80s, and I know I've said this before, it's just like I was always aware of that.
Sure.
Always.
Yeah.
Even to this day.
Yeah.
So it's just like, man, how did you miss that boat, or you just didn't think, that's never going to happen to me?
Well, especially if you're having gay sex.
Yeah.
I mean, for fuck's sake, not that straight sex is any more safe, but it's got to be somewhat more safe.
Well, it's not that it's more safe; it's less likely.
Yeah. I mean, it's just what a disaster.
It has less probability.
Well, I hope she enjoys her next 12 months of rotting away. Hopefully he'll rot away with her.
Sure.
They can die a diseased fucking life together.
Exactly. She said they didn't share anything in common. Now they do.
Yeah, sure do.
Yep.
Got something to talk about every night now.
Exactly.
Their T-cell count.
Yeah, how's your AIDS holding up today?
Yeah. I haven't thrown up once today. How about you?
Yeah.
2 of my lesions are looking a little smaller. We have such a good time together now.
Exactly. All right, well, why don't you play a couple of tunes and we'll come back and do some Judge Aiken.
All right, we can do that. Let me find out what we got here. Let's see. We already did that one. That's 5. All right, let's go with some... I don't want to do that one. Let's go with this one. Let's go with some Dreadnought. Or no, that's the name of the song. What is this called? Assassin's Blade.
Okay.
I don't know anything about them. something I just threw in here.
All right, well, we're going to play it then. We're going to play some Assassin's Blade, and we're going to come back, and Judge Aiken will don the robes.
I will put on the wig, and I'll fire up the YouTube.
All right, excellent.
All right, man.
All right, well, here it is. This is Assassin's Blade exclusively here
on your classic metal show.